Words of wisdom. How does one know when wisdom is conveyed? For one's will speak one's truth, and one's will speak one's wisdom. And it truly resonates with one or not. Wisdom, when it is shared, who is listening? Truth, when it is shared, who is listening? For what one feels as truth, another may not. It is all very fascinating. Words of truth, words of wisdom, words to ponder, words to share, words to express. And there is so much wisdom in silence. There is so much truth in silence. In the oneness, in the wholeness, sharing higher consciousness. Today we are speaking about wisdom. Where does it come from? Is it in life experience? Does wisdom come forth before one becomes playful to be upon Mother Earth, to be in physical form? Where are ones before physical form? We ask the question for ones to ponder. What is the wisdom in your own personal answer? What is the truth in your own personal answer? For your wisdom would vary from another's. Your truth would vary from another. So what if you brought wisdom forth before you arrived in physical form? And how much wisdom do you think you would depart Mother Earth with after living a full lifetime in the experience and the presence of others? Wisdom, where does it come from? Who listens to wisdom? Who is deemed as wise? Ponder. Is it in the word spoken? Is it in the tone in which the word was spoken? Have you ever noticed that some souls do not share very much in their speech? They're very quiet in nature, if you will. And yet when they speak, they hold a presence. And in this presence, ones tend to listen, truly, deeply listen. And then you have ones that express themselves at every moment in time, conveying words, shouting words, expressing words. And no one seems to listen. Sort of like a broken record being played over and over and over. After a while, no one listens. Wisdom is found deep within. Wisdom from the heavens, wisdom from the light of the moon, we usually will say, is yours to bring forth, is yours to hold, it is yours to experience. And one can bring forth wisdom from one's past travels. So that opens up a dialogue about previous lifetimes or past life travels. We want to talk about wisdom, and are you listening to your own truth of who you are? Ones will say, well, I don't know who I am. I'm not very bright most of the time. Well, I've been told I'm not very bright. Never did well in school. Creative, but not bright. I don't say much. Truly, I don't feel that anyone will listen. When words are conveyed, and one allows space to ponder the message before it is conveyed, one has a moment in time that one can truly ask for guidance from the great vastness, if you will, from deep within, pulling forth words of wisdom. Have you ever had an exchange with someone and you are unsure where the wise words appeared from, not knowing where you received the information from, not knowing why you said what you said at the time you said it, allowing space for another to feel your beauty, and they will say, thank you for the words of such wisdom. Thank you for sharing. I can see things clearly. And all the while, you are not sure where the words came from. And that is the moment when you know that there is more to you than your comprehension of who you are. We speak about the soul. We speak about light and love and higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is deep wisdom. And it's not only wisdom between right and wrong, because that is relative in the world in which one perceives it. For what is right to one is not right to another. What is wrong to one is not wrong to another. Different perspective, each sharing a message, each sharing wisdom, but to each other they are disagreeing. Is there wisdom when ones disagree? Ones will speak their own truth, but if ones disagree, is it held in wisdom? But they may speak their own truth and come upon someone who truly believes that what they are saying is wisdom. How does it all work? Questions to ponder. But what we really want ones to ponder is one's own brilliance. Where were you before entering physical form? And if ones would agree, most would agree, ones were held in loving light, held in a loving presence in the vastness, if you will, eternal light. When ones think of eternal light, they think of consciousness, pure consciousness in the purest sense of being, the purest sense of the word. Pure, light, expansion, truth, wisdom. So when one comes into physical form, bringing forth the love, the light, the higher consciousness, the wisdom, then what? One sets out forth on their journey of life with experiences and a conditioning to enhance one's light, to enhance the love one holds, and to enhance one's truth and wisdom. But in the experience of life, creates a space of true uncertainty, experiences of upset, heartache, anger, resentment, dishonesty from others, dishonesty to oneself, harsh judgment, all the layers that cover one's truest brilliance of who they are. What are you conveying present day? What are you bringing forth present day? Are you bringing forth the anger that is held in a layer that covers the light and the wisdom and the love, the grace and the ease, the beauty and the joy? Are you bringing forth the resentment for the anger? Are you experiencing turmoil, emotional turmoil, thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts, taking ones to places they were not meant to travel? What are you bringing forth this day? Is it the layer of hurt? Is it the layer of resentment? Is it the layer of condemnation? Is it the layer of harsh judgment? What are you bringing forth? Ones will say, you don't understand. You don't understand. Of course I'm resentful. Do you have any idea what they have done? What they created? Do you have any idea how my life was impacted, how it was changed by actions of another? Do you have any idea what I have lost? But what are you expressing this day? And does it come with wisdom? Is there wisdom in resentment? Just a question to ponder. Is there wisdom in anger? Another question to ponder. Is there wisdom in harsh judgment and condemnation? Questions to ponder. Is there wisdom in love? Is there wisdom in higher consciousness? What are you bringing forth that expresses yourself to others? What are you expressing to others? What are you expressing to others? And what tone are you expressing it in? Ones can have words that represent love, but have a tone so sharp, almost condemning, almost anger in the love for another. What if the other doesn't hold the same love back, if you will? Oh, ones get extremely offended. Anger prevails. Love is truly unconditional. That is words of wisdom. But it is difficult to express love or to experience love without feeling the conditions of it. For what if you truly, deeply, let us just say, fell in love with another, and the other has fallen in love with another? Then what? Then what? It becomes conditional because ones will express it only if the other feels the same. Now we understand we're not getting all nitpicky about it. It would be very difficult to deeply love another if they are loving another. It isn't mutual. It isn't the bonding. We're not speaking about ones coming together in a union of marriage or just a union of hearts bonding. We are sharing, what if love truly was unconditional? What if one's deeply fell in love with another, understanding they have deeply fallen in love with another? Could ones just find the space of grand love to the one they are deeply loving? Or does condemnation start? Condemnation towards the other who is not returning the love? Harsh judgment? And what about the condemnation upon oneself and harsh judgment upon oneself, comparing themselves to perhaps the one that is loved by the other? Is that love unconditional? Ponder. What happens when you feel or you experience that ones are not in love with who you are? What happens? Most times, ones will beat upon themselves or the other. They will condemn themselves in comparison to, feeling less than. Feeling less than. So what if your heart was so open? And we're speaking about where you were before you entered Mother Earth. Would ones be in agreement, if you will, that when ones are dancing in the vastness of creation, where eternal light is expansive, when ones think about heaven, if you will, we're using very general language, but when ones transition from physical form to non-physical form, most would agree that ones become eternal light, held in the oneness most call the heavens, where love is not conditional, where love is abound. So would there be jealousy in heaven? Would there be condemnation in heaven? Would there be harsh judgment upon oneself in heaven, when all are consciousness, when all are loving, eternal, brilliant light, holding the wisdom of the universe? Sounds big. So if ones, when they walked upon Mother Earth, found the wisdom held in the universe to be shared, to be experienced, to be felt, because it is truly who one is when one comes into physical form, one would say love is not conditional. Ones would agree. And yet, when ones are traveling, love becomes conditional. Well, we can't just love someone if they don't love you back. It doesn't work like that. Could you not love someone and have them not love you back? It is possible. But we want to take it one step further, and here is the wisdom. If each soul held unconditional love, Would one love you back? Would each soul not love each soul as it is in the heavens, as it is in eternal light? Ponder. Ponder. When ones are walking Mother Earth, when we speak about love, ones most often will think about romantic love, coming together in union with another. So yes, the union would not flourish if the two were not deeply connected, if the two were not in love in general terms. But ones can deeply love each other without it being a romantic nature. In fact, many do. Many are so connected, and then the rules begin. Oh, you can't talk to this one. That one is married. Oh, no, you can't be friends anymore. No, they have someone in their life. No, it doesn't work like that. No, you can't dance with another. No, you can't have intimate conversations with another. You can only have intimate conversations with your loving partner. It isn't right to be conversing with another. When did all the rules take place? Who placed those conditions? Now we understand when there is a loving bond of two, the bond is a bond because they hold the other in such high regard. One would not cause, if you will, a space for pain. A space for pain. That intimate love, true intimate love, becoming one, when one's embrace and intimacy, it is a bond. It is a bond, and many have this bond that is unbroken. And when the bond is so intense and so strong, you will find in these couples that each are very free to speak to others. Each are very secure within the union that they hold, not even questioning what the other is doing, if you will. Now we know we're getting into the nitty-gritty, and we know there are plenty of opinions in what we are sharing. And what are we sharing? We started the conversation speaking about wisdom. And then we brought forth the wisdom held in love. And then we brought forth, what if love was unconditional? What if love was unconditional? Imagine the world that you would walk in. Imagine the peace that you would embrace. Imagine the experiences just out and about in daily living if love was unconditional. Now one's will challenge, well, it has to be conditional. Is kindness conditional? Is compassion conditional? Or are there just different levels of kindness and compassion? Ponder. I'll be kind to you if you are kind to me. I'll have compassion towards you if you have compassion towards me. Conditional. But what if you looked at another and said, I am extremely compassionate towards you regardless of how you feel about me. I will be kind to you regardless of what you are expressing to me. Would that be conditional love or unconditional love? Kindness and compassion, it is love. And the higher you can raise your compassion, the more that you can extend kindness, the more you are living and experiencing unconditional love towards a stranger, towards your spouse, towards your family, towards co-workers, towards Mother Earth and all that lives upon Mother Earth. How kind have you been to the planet? How kind have you been to the planet? And how compassionate are you being to all that walk the earth? How compassionate are you towards animals? How compassionate are you towards the scenery in which ones are living? Beautiful scenery and trash along the side of a road. Beautiful boardwalk with waves, oh, the sound of waves, and garbage washing up on the shores. How kind and compassionate have you been to Mother Earth? Unconditional love is higher consciousness. Just imagine what you were experiencing before you reached Mother Earth, before you took physical form, and imagine what you are going to experience when you leave physical form. Do you think the heavens are littered in trash? We know it sounds absurd. But ponder the words of wisdom that is being delivered and shared. Words from the heavens being delivered and shared. For we speak about higher consciousness, unconditional compassion, kindness, and love in its purest form is higher consciousness. How have you treated your family members? And ones will say, oh, you don't know my family. They are so difficult. You don't know my family. But how kind have you been? What is your reaction to one's actions? One is being unkind to you, provided a space of true harsh judgment. And what is your reaction? Harsh judgment back? Condemnation, resentfulness, beating upon oneself, perhaps believing in the words? What is the reaction to what another has delivered? Is it in higher consciousness? Is it possible to love another that has deeply presented a place of hurt? Is it possible to forgive another that has caused a great amount of pain to your heart? Is it conditional? And what is your action to the action? What is your reaction to one's action? What are you sharing with another who has been unkind? Are you being unkind to match it? Or are you being more unkind to be on top of it, to beat them, to beat upon them? How dare you insult me, you fill in the blank? Or are you looking at them with compassion, understanding of the layers that are covering up their inner brilliance? Are you looking at them and pondering, what have your travels been for you to be so unkind to another? Are you showing compassion towards ones that cannot find compassion? Are you being kind to those who are unkind? Are you being loving when ones cannot find, feel, express, or experience love? Words to ponder. What is your personal truth? And what is your personal wisdom? Wisdom will come forth when you ask for the guidance. All you have to do, if you will, and not even do, but all you have to express, I am looking for words of wisdom to express. Would you help me please find the words of wisdom? Now, who are you asking? You're asking the great heavens. You're asking your inner essence. Who is the great heavens? Just ponder when we speak about oneness. What are we speaking about? The oneness, the wholeness, higher consciousness. Ponder the connection of oneness. Not one to the neighbor, but yes, one to the neighbor. But think bigger. Think expansive. Think about the expansion of the heavens and understand that you hold that within. Understand the unconditional love in the vastness of creation. And you are divine creation. You hold it within. And ponder what you are sharing. What is your truth and your wisdom? Share your light. Share your love. And find the space of compassion and kindness that fills Mother Earth with all that is good. And you will discover wisdom beyond your comprehension. There is great love for you.